Hey y'all, Engriy guy here, and this is a step-by-step assembly of this desk. And I think it's around 55 inches wide. This one I got behind me is just too small. So we're going to assemble this desk, and you can expand this video's description and then click the link there to find where to order it online. All I've done, I've taken everything out of the box, no damage, very good packing material. And now I'm going to take these bag o' screws, bag o' bolts, whatever you want to call them, out and arrange these. Everything is conveniently lettered so you know what's what as you progress with the assembly process. It's got a little tool, these little hex key things. So pretty idiot proof, I hope. All the little posts are labeled. One thing I do recommend when you unbox everything, put the similar pieces, the same pieces rather, together, and that way it's a quick visual as you assemble. You can just grab and go. This is my first time assembling this type of desk, so I don't have any experience whatsoever with this type of desk. So we're gonna, this is an honest assembly video. I mean, we may run into problems, who knows? I've never assembled this desk before. So let's get the owner's manual. Let's get that. It's a 55-inch computer desk with shelves. We're just going to start. You would probably want to look at your inventory to make sure you got everything, but I don't want to waste my time. Step 1, install side frames of the desk. So we're going to get an alpha, which this right here is alpha. It's labeled A, so we got that. And then we're going to get a Bravo, which is a B. This is it. It's labeled B as in Bravo. We're going to get a quantity of 4 of the O as in Oscar. Oscar, bro. Get 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 4 of those. And then we're going to get 2 of the L as in llama. Llamas. Where's the L? Oh, L is an actual piece. So that's this right here. The diagram, although it makes sense, it was a little, and this makes sense looking at the next step. So we got all our parts. And of course we will need our tool, which is labeled T, as in tango. Tango. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get these O's right here, man. And we're going to stick them in the, so this is one of the pieces. We're going to get one of these, and see these have holes in the end. So basically what we're going to do is gently push this in there. And I'm just starting it with my fingers. Okay, it's screwing in nicely, so I just barely started it. And gently push this. Do the same over here. You started it with my fingers. Now we're going to tighten it with the little Allen wrench or hex key, whatever you want to call it. Taking into consideration this is square or rectangular in shape, I should say, so make sure that you've got it oriented properly. Okay, and I do. Just to give it that professional look. I mean, you don't want to look over and say, bro, man, your desk looks awful. You're unprofessional, man. No, you don't want to be unprofessional. You want to sit at this desk and be a boss without having to say anything. Sitting at this desk exudes a level of class, sophistication, and superiority. So that's what you want. So take your time, make sure all that comes together nicely, and it did. Don't want to over tighten, but you want to get it, good and tight. So I've done that one. And we're going to do the same thing with the other piece, which is right here. It is worth mentioning, I am doing the bottommost position, and there's really only one way to do it because that other one doesn't have a corresponding hole on the other side. I can take this lettering off now, and actually I'm going to do that as I go because otherwise you assemble a desk and then you're sitting there pulling stickers off. I will say that the sticker came off without any residue. No residue remaining, that's nice, professional. Some of these things, you get things that are stickered, and you're sitting there with your fingers or a penny or something just scrubbing, and it's not fun. Just finger tightening this to start out. Again, paying attention because this is rectangular in shape, making sure that it's properly positioned so it looks professional. Again, you're a boss. You're not just somebody using a budget desk. You're a boss, man. You got to look like it. You got to act like it. Non-verbally, of course, because this desk should exude a level of class and sophistication that cannot be trumped. Okay, gonna get this good and tight. Don't over tighten it, but get it reasonably tight. Don't want to bend anything. Don't want to strip the screws, the bolts. And you can always go back if you need to tighten something later, you can. But go ahead and get it reasonably tight. Okay, so that was step one. Now, we need one I and one J. Here's J is in jackalope, and then here's I is in idiot. So we got those. And then we got two H's in hotel. Here's my two hotels. And quantity of two, G is in golf. Gotta go swing the golf club, bro. G and G. Okay. Straightforward enough. So now, I'm going to flip these over and you can see there's holes. Very good quality boards, by the way. This does not feel cheap at all. And then we need 8 of this N bolt. N is in November. Or nuclear. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And now we're going to take our H is in hotel pieces. Oh, wait a minute. I jumped to the other page. There's 8 there. We need 1 I and 1 J for this next step, and 2 H's. Okay. And I only need 4 of these for this step. I jumped to the other page. So we're going to take this piece here. There's 2 pieces. This one, see, it has this part. Nope, don't want it. We want the one that doesn't have the gap at the top. See, that other one has an additional piece. This one doesn't. So we're going to take it, and then we're going to stand it up like this. We're going to take an H is in hostile. H. And we're going to position H up here. We're going to get one of these. O is in October. Oh, wait a minute. I almost messed up. These are N is in November. I grabbed the wrong ones. We need, for this, we need 4O is in October. So pay close attention. Don't jump from one page to the other like I did, being an idiot. And I recommend only taking the quantity out of the sack that you're going to use, because you don't want to mix these up. They do look similar to the others. Okay, so we're going to take this. Is there an inside and an outside? No, the whole pattern's the same on both sides. So using your finger, start this piece. Now you do want to pay attention, these holes, there's holes in this, which piece is this? There's holes in this H is in hotel piece. Make sure those holes are facing up towards the sky. You got to do that. And again, this is just finger tightening for step one, but even being finger tightened, make sure those holes are facing up. There's an H is in hotel sticker on here. I'm going to take that off as I go here. And again, make sure these holes face up. And now I finger tightened it, so I'm going to get my tool with a hex key doohickey. And making sure the holes remain facing up. I'm going to tighten this reasonably tight. Don't strip the threads or break anything. This is good build quality, by the way. Okay. And then we have an I and a J. So here's J. Now I do need to pay attention to the holes on this. So in this scenario, there should be a hole facing this way. See that hole? And then one below it, and then one below it, and then one at the bottom. So that's the orientation that it shows we need. We're grabbing an O is in October, dude. Oscar, October. And we're going to finger tighten it. And then once you finger tightened it, again, paying attention, that hole there is facing this way. Because it would be easy, that one you could actually put in the incorrect direction if you weren't careful. And then on this other side, same situation. The one with this extra hole, that hole's going to face that way. See, this doesn't have the extra hole, this does. So this extra hole, just like here, is going to face out. These are steps that if you rush through this, you would be having to perform rework, and rework is not productive. If you had to rework, you could call yourself a failure, because that's exactly what you'd be. Do it right the first time, bro. Do it right the first time. Okay, now we got this lined up. We're going to tighten it. Don't over tighten it. Just reasonably tight. Okay, so we got that there, and now that part is assembled. Now we go to the next step, which I incorrectly jumped to earlier. We're going to get 8 Novembers, 8 ends. 1, 2, 3, 4. I, it, A. There's 8. There's 8 of those. And we're going to get 2 of these G's, as in golf, like the game, man, swinging a golf club, bro. Get 2 of these. Actually, I probably need to stand over here so y'all can see the steps. So I got the 2 G's, I got the 8, quantity 8 of the bolts, which are the November bolts. And then we're going to get 4 hotels, 4 H's. So these are the hotels, the H's right here. We get these. And then all we're going to do is position these going one way they can go. Position them over the holes in the boards and drop the, screw the bolts in. So there's going to be 4 in each, 4 bolts in each. So just finger start them, and then you can come back and tighten them up with the tool. Now we're going to tighten them up with the tool, paying attention, making sure everything is properly lined up. Because there is a little bit of wiggle room with the bolts. So just make sure the sides are, lined up with the sides of the wood piece. And we're going to tighten the other side. Then we're going to do the same thing with the second piece. Again, don't over tighten, but just get it, you know, reasonably tight. Because you don't want it loose. You don't want things wobbling around, man, when you're trying to work. Because you're a boss, man. You gotta be efficient. You don't want anything to dampen your efficiency. Okay, those feel good. Now we're going to go to step 4. Okay, and on it, okay, so now on this step, we're going to take this piece, and these are the shelves that we just built. So we're going to need quantity of 8O is in October. So quantity of 8O. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 8 October bolts. And then basically what we're going to do, these two shelves are the same, so we're going to take the first shelf and we're going to finger tighten it. But just see there's holes here. And we're going to put it in . And just finger tightening them first. And then once they're finger tightened, and actually, we're going to finger tighten the bottom shelf next. So this is the same type piece, same bolts, and we're going to put it in. And obviously make sure that faces down. You want your shelf up. Now this other shelf, I think actually you could have chosen to go in the middle if you wanted to. So personal preference, how you want to configure it. This is why it's good to not tighten with the tool until you finger tighten, because you want to make sure you've got all the bolts in before you tighten it up with the tool. Okay, now I've got them all in there. I'm going to use the tool now. This one, I don't have it lined up right. Now I guess the real question is here, do I want this in the very top or do I want to drop it down? I think I actually want to drop it down, and that's personal preference. Because see, there's this spot here where you can drop it down. And it's better to do this now than later. And just to reiterate, this is personal preference. But I wanted a larger space in that area for storage. If you're using like a tower computer, you would probably want this in the topmost. Okay, so we got that step. And now we need 6 November bolts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And an F is in foxtrot. This is E. Actually, it is E. So this, you position on top, paying attention to the hole pattern. So these holes here are going to go this way, and then you're going to come up from the bottom with the bolts. 3 on this side, 3 on that side. And it's very important just to finger tighten these because you're going to have to get them all lined up. Okay, now those are good and tight. Whew. Here's step 5. Now we're going to do step 6. So we need 4 M's. Four M's, 2 Oscars, And this piece right here. And then 2F is in Frank. Oh, and then these two C's is in Charlie. Okay, so the F is in Frank.
Hey y'all, Captain Engriy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/Engriy. And ring that bell icon when you do to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.